All right. I'd like to welcome everybody to our call, going over 7K metals in the gold and silver program. And I have my good friend Michael on the phone as well. And we're going to try to go over a little bit about, just all the ins and outs of the program and the membership program, and why you should be really, really, really considering getting started with this right now. We're going to give you the facts and the details so that you can make an educated decision for yourself to see if this is right for you. With the way things are going right now, it's really something everyone should be looking at, because our outlook financially and what's going on in the world is getting crazier by the day. So we're going to kind of jump in here, and we are recording this, so there will be a recording. I'm going to bring in Michael. Michael, are you here?
I am here.
Awesome. Michael, why don't you kind of go over a little bit about what's going on in the world and why people should be paying.
Wow. Okay, well, just throw it right at me then, huh? So as of today, the Deutsche Bank, which holds all the derivatives, debt derivatives, throughout all the banks in the world, okay, they hold probably 70% of them, of every bank in the world. That includes the American banks, the European banks, the Swiss banks, and everything. Basically, they are crashing. Got a report this morning from one of the hedge fund brokers, and he sent me a graph, basically showing that basically they were crashing. They basically are losing $1 billion a day in members removing their funds from their digital accounts. So it is getting there. It's ready to crash. At the same time today, as that Deutsche Bank's stocks were showing a stiff decline, silver had a huge gain. It went from 1540 to about 1566, which was a straight-up climb in a matter of probably 2 to 3 minutes. It stayed there pretty much all day, and it's now sitting at about 1557. Gold basically was in a negative all day, so it didn't climb. What we're hearing is that basically the silver's about ready to outperform gold in the market, because it's so undervalued right now. It's been overly manipulated for more than 15 or 20 years. They caught J.P. Morgan basically manipulating silver, and which is a crime, and they basically stopped it all. So when all the manipulations are done, when all the paper derivatives of gold and silver are done, you're going to see gold and silver climb, okay? That's basically what's going to happen. How high it climbs by the end of the year, there are predictions out there that will probably go between gold probably go to about 1,500, 1,550, maybe even to 2,000 or 1,900 to 2,000 for the end of the year. Silver will probably go to right around $20 to $25 an ounce, if not more. So those are some good things in silver and gold. If you're not into silver and gold, that's one reason to get in. The other is that I don't know if everybody knows about this, but in March 29th, the BIS released information to the world about all currencies are supposed to be Basel III compliant, at least Basel III compliant, which basically means they have to be at least 75% gold and silver back, okay, or by some kind of commodity. Normally in every country, what they're going back to is what they call a gold standard. A gold standard doesn't mean necessarily that the currency is backed by gold. It is backed by the products that are covered or exported from the countries that have their own currency. If you notice, a lot of countries in the world today are having problems with their currencies holding value Well, it's because they're considered fiat. They're not backed by anything other than, what is agreed upon, on the note. So another good reason to get into gold and silver is that as of March 29, 2019, currencies are supposed to be at least Basel III compliant. Most people don't understand that. Well, we don't see it. We still see the FRNs, and we still see the fiat currency. When is all this going to change? Well, if you are involved with the reset, when we talk about they said the reset's already started. The first reset, supposed to be 2 resets. The first reset is going to be the paper currency resets, and that's going to be the start of the currency wars. Well, it's been going on for a while. It's supposed to have started this year, and we're starting to see the evidence of it in the markets, as well as we're starting to see evidence in the news articles of the currencies throughout the world. One thing President Trump said is that we should start devaluing our currencies like China and Vietnam and all these other countries do, that get a jump on the exports, in the world and on trade. And that kind of set off a whole chain of reaction throughout the world on the currencies. So now you're starting to see people, they don't want America to devalue their currency, because if America devalues their currency, all the rest of the world's currencies go away, or they pretty much crash, because everything's backed by the dollar. The only thing that would save it is if all the other currencies in the world would go to a Basel III compliancy, or a Basel compliancy, which means a gold standard or a gold-backed standard on their currency. One thing you'll notice is that if you pay attention to what's going on with the central banking system is buying up gold like crazy. You might see it, an article come out maybe once a week of a central bank, the European Central Bank, the Iraq Central Bank, the Zimbabwe Central Bank. They're all buying gold to back their currencies. And what do we do? What should we do as smart investors? We should do what the central banks are doing, because if they're doing something, there's a reason for them doing it. Okay, and you should always mimic what the banks are doing, because that's how people basically have gained their wealth, is they've actually followed what the banks have been doing and what the investors have been doing for the banks. So if the central banks are buying gold and silver, we should be buying gold and silver. Okay? Now, we've all heard about the great, huge explosion that's supposed to happen to our economy and the great crash that's coming, bigger than 1929. And basically, we were almost there. We were there in 2008. The markets crashed. The housing bubble was at 8%, and it crashed. Because of the overselling of the derivatives on those housing loans, home loans, and with Freddie Mac and Freddie Mae, they basically oversold the houses and the loans. So if they sold a house for $150,000, they would go and resell that loan again for another $150,000, so it would be sold for $300,000, and they would 10 times it or 100 times it by the time it was totally oversold. Those are the derivatives we're talking about that the Deutsche Bank is holding. Okay. So if you look at the markets today, especially the housing market, you will notice that the housing market now is about 23%, above where it was in 2008. So we're right around 30% to 32% above where the market should be in housing, and it's ready to go. It's ready to pop again. So if that doesn't tell you to move your assets into something more tangible other than fiat currency or holding it in a bank or things like that, you need to prepare for what's coming. So gold and silver has always been a hedge against deflation or inflation, and always against any kind of a market crash. So when you start seeing the banks moving into gold and silver, you should be moving into gold and silver. Okay? And that's pretty much where the markets are right now, what I'm seeing. The reset when we talk about a currency reset, you might have heard about the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnamese dong, the Zimbabwe dollar. These are currencies that are supposed to be reset in the first go-around, or what they call the first basket of currencies. This has been going on for a lot of years. It all started with the Iraqi dinar back after 9/11, and all the other, with what all the central banks were seeing and all the economic advisors and what was going on with the corruption in government and finance and everything. All the countries around the world said, well, why can't we jump on this? Why can't we jump on it? So they all started jumping on board, and then we came up with a Paris Club agreement, and now the reset is in motion, okay? You're going to see things happening very heavy towards the end of this month, towards September. Come October, we'll probably see a huge market crash, okay? Bill Holter and Jim Sinclair both said that basically there's probably going to be a 50% shave off the dollar. Well, the dollar's sitting right now right around 97 points, okay, 97.38 right now. And if that's a 50% cut, you're looking at 43 points, taken off the dollar, which means the dollar's going to get devalued, which causes what? Hyperinflation, okay? What's a hedge for hyperinflation? Gold and silver. All right? So that's what I can tell you right now today about what's going on in the markets and what possibly you should be doing, and why, one of the many reasons why you should be involved with gold and silver and 7K metals. Back to you, John.
Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, that's, there's a lot of stuff going on people need to pay attention to, and they really should be taking a look at precious metals right now. And, we're going to go do a quick overview here of the program. And what this is a new way to get gold and silver in your hands. There's nobody else doing it this way. So, yeah, you really want to take a look at this. When you've got a new way to doing it, it's a good thing. So everyone that's already started in it and understands it is super excited. There's 5 questions that people need to ask themselves on, precious metals. Why should I own precious metals? What metal should I be buying? Who can I trust to buy them from? And how do I know I'm getting a good deal? And how can I afford more of it? Those are the 5 questions, and everybody could fall into one of those. There's a lot of reasons to get into the gold and silver. And along with what Mike was talking about is real money versus fake money. Robert Kiyosaki has a book out that talks about fake money, fake teachers, fake assets, and how, the fiat currency that is not backed by gold right now is fake money, and they just keep printing more of it. And the central banks are taking that fake money, and they're going and purchasing gold with it, massive amounts of it, and there's a reason why they're doing it. And you should pay attention to why they're doing that and take care of yourself as well. The purchasing power of the dollar is dropping. We see that every day in groceries is very obvious. If you haven't noticed that one, the dollar just doesn't go very far anymore. The purchasing power of gold versus the dollar, the gold is holding its purchasing power and has for numerous years. So gold and silver is real money that can protect you in the time of crisis and protect your financial portfolio. When we're talking about this is a membership. So with this company, you're talking about a membership to be able to purchase gold and silver. And there's all kinds of memberships out there. The big one is Amazon Prime. You've got Costco's. You've got Sam's Club. You've got gym memberships, stuff like that. Those are all memberships, and people, take part in those memberships. And for the reason of, why do we get involved with a private club membership? To get the best prices, usually, to get a good service, to get, the benefits of having that membership. So with 7K Metals Gold and Silver Membership Club, by purchasing an annual membership with 7K Metals that is rapidly expanding every day, the company is growing like crazy, you will be able to purchase as little or as much precious metals at cost as you would like. So it's totally up to you. There are no markups. These are the absolute lowest prices anywhere. We have not found anyone to beat our prices yet, and people are searching. 7K Metals cut out all the middleman and offer the members wholesale prices. They also have the highest buyback prices as well, and that's important too. You know, you can buy good, and if you could sell good too, that's, you know, important. So they have that as well. And so, like I said before, you know, why do you get a Sam's Club membership or any one of the other memberships? To get the best pricing. So with getting the membership, that is what you're going to get. You're going to get best prices, best resale prices, and a whole host of others. Excuse me. And I'm going to go over some of the other benefits to having the membership. First off, like I said, again, was able to purchase precious metals at cost and receive the highest buyback. There is education for people who are not, you know, they're the first time getting into this. There is a whole 24-video series called the Buyer Certification Training Course that will go over with you all about how to buy, what to buy, tax implications of buying, and all that type of stuff. So you can watch that and learn and understand. You're going to get that along with your membership. And so you'll have that. There's a lot of other training in there as well. You have complete account tracking. The products, when you purchase them, are delivered to your door with a low shipping cost and no hidden fees like some of these other places I've looked at. A lot of places will want to keep the gold that you purchase in a vault somewhere in New York or who knows where. We're keeping the gold for you. Well, I would personally rather have my precious metals in hand, to a certain amount, of course, but you do always want to have some of that in hand in case, just in case. They have hidden fees as well, and you want to watch that too if you're comparing apples. So they have some hidden fees in there on when they, you know, when you redeem your gold or whatnot. You can buy, like I said before, buy as little or as much at the same great price. A lot of companies will say, well, you'll get this great price if you buy 10 of them. Well, with our company, you get the great price whether you buy one or whether you buy 10 or 20 of them. And so there is no, you have to buy a certain amount to get a good price. You could buy just one and get the best price anywhere. You can build your collection through a program which is called the Coin of the Month, and I'll go over that in depth a little bit more, where you're just going to get set up to where a silver piece or a gold piece is delivered to your door every month, and so you can start just accumulating it that way, you know, and you don't have to worry about it. It'll be shipped each month to you, and just start getting started and accumulating some. You have access to special sales of rare and low mintage collector coins. That is a whole thing that you would want to understand, is what are numismatic coins and graded coins and how those will increase in value over time as they age. And we get some really great deals on the rare low mintage collector coins. And, you know, there's a lot of different stuff out there. The company 7K Metals picks the best of what there is out there for you to purchase, so you don't have to understand which ones are the best ones to be buying. They're going to put them right in front of you and say, this is something you would want. If you can afford to get it, you need to get this coin. And there's a whole lot on that. You have access to special sales. You're part of an amazing group of like-minded people. It really is a great group of people that are doing this. There's a lot of forums, a lot of training, education, people to talk with that get it and understand. There's a great referral opportunity that can earn you a lot of money, and I'll cover that a little more. Each membership that you do is going to come with a travel savings card for product purchases And if you take advantage of this travel savings card, it could actually make your membership free. There's even more than that, but those are some of the big topic ones. So what's going to happen is you're going to get yourself a membership, and to keep this simple, you can get a membership for $249 for 1 year, and that will give you access to purchase gold and silver as much or as little at cost as you want, and that's all you do. You get the membership, you come in and purchase gold and silver at cost, whatever you want, and that's it. Now, what you can also do with $249, you're going to be able to be a part of the Coin of the Month. You're going to have access to the other metals and even some jewelry that they have that are for sale. So it'll give you access to all of that as well. So, it's just a matter of getting that membership. Now, there is a $4.99 membership as well for 1 year. That does include 4 pieces of silver. One was a MS-70 graded Silver Eagle, another Silver Eagle. They've changed some of the things that they're putting in there, but you're going to get some precious metals with that, the $4.99, and it is also geared at a person who might want to do the referral bonuses and be a part of that, but we'll cover that a little bit more as well. The prices that you'll see in the thing when you go to purchase, they're updated every minute, so you're getting the up-to-date, absolute best prices. The coins that you get are some really rare, some really cool, some really pretty coins. I know my coin collection, my silver and gold collection is growing and has been for the last 6 months. And I'm feeling good about that, feeling comfortable that, I'm actually finally doing this. So you can do it as well. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the Coin of the Month program. There is 3 different levels on that. There's a $98 per month, there's a $129 per month, and there's a $249 per month level that you can choose. Now, remember, you do not have to take advantage of this Coin of the Month program, but it is available to you. Like I said, you could just get the $249 membership, buy at cost gold and silver to your heart's content. But I do want to point to this Coin of the Month program because it is very lucrative for you. So basically, let's call it around $100 a month. You're going to get a Silver Eagle MS-70 graded coin. And what that is they actually started a brilliant plan of doing a 50-state series. Now, they're actually on the 2nd state at this point, and so what happens is the first are actually getting a mid-state Silver Eagle, but the packaging that it is in has the state name and label and a picture on it. This is what's going to give it some value, and the company NGC, which is the one that grades the coins and which is the one who is a number 2 in grading coins in the world, said to our company, they're like, this is an absolutely brilliant idea. Why didn't we think of this? Because if they said someone gets this whole set, that's going to be a very valuable set. So that's going to have a lot of value for people being a part of that Coin of the Month and being a part of that 50-state series. So that is a good thing. I'm getting actually extras of each state because in the future people are going to be looking for those coins, and I'm going to have them to sell. So the next level up is a 129. It is a variety specialty coin. It is usually a silver coin, and they're usually rare from other countries and whatnot. That does change monthly, but it is a very good, at $130 a month, it's a very good coin that is going to bring you a future return for you in time, and they handpick the ones that they do for that. So the $249 per month level is a smaller gold coin, but that way you are getting a gold piece each month with the $249 level. So like I said, again, you do not have to take a part in this Coin of the Month program, but I always encourage people to, because that way you know that you're getting some gold and silver each month, and they are very good coins that are going to be very lucrative for you. you can set the different day that you want that coin to ship, and so there's a lot of control. You can start that and you can end it as well if you need to. So no strings holding you there. Well, just know that if I lose signal, it's because we got a big storm rolling over our heads right now. Anyway, specialty coins. People are really building up collections of some really cool coins. And like I said, there is the 7K Metals Buyer Certification Program. That is a training course to educate you if you are new to all this. Now, if you're, already a seasoned pro at this, you already know about things like rounds, and you know about monster boxes of silver, and you may be a silver stacker. Just know that you're going to get the best price through this, and the best price is always worth it. I had some people want to buy several gold eagles, and when they called just to see the price, and when I told them the price, they're like, "How much the membership?" "Yeah, I'll take one," because the amount of savings that we're going to get on those was easily enough to put a value to that cost of the membership. So, like I said, there is these travel savings cards that you will get if you come in at the 249 level. You will receive a $250 travel savings card, which will give you discounts on hotels and car rentals and whatnot. And the savings, in there, if you take advantage of that, could virtually make the cost of your membership free. So you will get one at the $249 level. You'll get one for $250. If you come in at the $499 level, you will receive a $500 travel savings card. And actually, each month when you do a coin of the month, you receive usually a $125 travel savings card as well. So that's another little added bonus to being a part of that. The value of this membership could easily be much higher than it is. The cost of this membership can literally be free if you take advantage of the travel savings cards. You will now have the education training in the lowest prices anywhere on precious metals from a trusted source, all delivered to your door, plus a way to save real money every month. So really, with what's going on right now, everybody should be getting into precious metals. If you have any store of wealth, you really want to consider starting to protect it through gold and silver. In the future, if we see our blessing that a lot of people are looking for, your number one diversification tool will be precious metals. So this is a great place for that to be set up for you to take advantage of that and get started. And you should get started now so you understand it, know where to go with it, and you know how and what to buy. I am in that position. Right now I can go boom, and I know how to fund my account and get the money in there and be able to purchase. And they have small pieces. Don't think that the gold and silver, I can't afford those. That's rich man's thing. That's not true, because for silver pieces you can buy $15 to $20 silver pieces. You could even just buy one of those a month. The gold pieces, you can get basically a gram of gold for around $50. So it's not completely out of the ballpark for anybody. What I want to point out, though, too, along with this is, if you say, well, I don't have a lot of money for gold and silver, well, if you could just share this with a few people, there is an absolutely amazing way to earn with this program as well. Now, this is a simple points program, and you just have two teams of people. And if you go out and share this with two people that get started with it, you are then eligible to earn the one and only commission check that this company has, which I've never seen a company like this before. This is the only check they have is a $500 check. And it's just a matter of how many of those you want to earn per week or per month, depending on how much you work and how much you share this with others. And it's a referral bonus, basically. So for each $249 package that you do, you will earn 100 points. and that may be on 100 points on the one side and 100 points on your other team. And so then you get a couple other people in there, and maybe they share it with some other people as well, and those points are going to accumulate on either team for you to the point where when you have, if you've already personally sponsored 2 people, 1 on each team, you are eligible to receive that $500 check. And when you build up 500 points on either side, you will be eligible to receive that $500 check. So if you could do that in a short period of time, there you go. You've got money for to purchase more gold and silver, or you've got money to cover the cost of your membership. So it is it's a very lucrative plan, and we can go into more details if that's something you want to do. I mean, obviously sharing this with some other people, it's just like if you go to a good movie. You go to a good movie and you come home and you say, hey, you should go see this movie. It's really good. So, I mean, you find this program and you say this is really good. You get it and understand it. You go to someone and say, hey, you should check out this program. It's really good. We have some great tools for you to share that with them and help by getting that started. So all in all, I really believe in my heart that with the times right now of where we are at, with a lot of the economic events going on, that this is a program that everybody should be taking a look at, everybody should be considering, everybody should be purchasing, at least some kind of precious metal, some silver, some gold. And, this is a great place for it, and it is a new way of doing it. There's no salesmen that are going to call you every month, because I've done that with other companies. I called them, and oh my gosh, they called me every day for a week trying to get me to buy more gold and silver. And it's just, you get the membership that gives you the ability and a back office website where you can go in and purchase as much or as little as you want and do it on your terms. So there really is a whole lot more to it, but that is a general overview of the program. And so we wanted to get that out there to everybody. And so with that, I'm going to get back with Michael, and we're going to see if there is any questions that people may have that we might be able to answer for people. What do you think, Michael?
Hey, before we go on to that, let's mention that in the specialty coins, or the numismatic coins, you also gain points for those as well as travel cards. So every month as these travel points add up, you could use it to go rent a car. You could take a week vacation somewhere with half, to 60% off your vacation. It's got a really good deal. 7K Getaway is a really good deal.
And the points, you were talking about the points, actually, yes, on each point of the month is worth 20 points to you and your team, and anybody underneath you that begins to be on the Coin of the Month program will add 20 points to your total on each team. And as that begins to grow, and others come in and share with others, and those points just start to grow. And next thing you know,
if you can get 2 to 3 people to sign up, and they get 2 to 3 people to sign up under each of them, your levels go pretty quick. You can go from being an associate to a copper within a matter of a week or 2 weeks. You can go to a bronze in a matter of 3 or 4 weeks. If you really get some good people that are really, want to work this as a business side or as a promotional side to help get more gold and silver. Now, what I do with my commission checks is I go ahead and I put it right back into gold and silver. I just let it roll and keep rolling. And that's how you can really build up a good, stock of numismatic coins, gold and silver coins, so on and so forth. So, and you got to understand, these coins that you're getting from 7K Metals, like if you go to APMEX, okay, and it's one of the lowest prices you can find out there in the market, you're getting these coins that are returned back to them, and they're kind of beat up when you get them from them. But the coins you get from 7K Metals, they're in pristine conditions, even if they're not in a numismatic certification case. Okay, they're in really good, pristine condition. And
yes.
I don't find that with silver markets out there. I normally have to buy what's available, what they send you. You go and you order online and they send you something, and you look at it and go, this is all beat up, and you're paying a high value for it. So 7K Metals is really probably the best value I could find anywhere. And I've been doing this on and off since I was 15 years old. So, 7K Metals to me is just the best value you can find and quality, in the market right now.
Right, and it's a new format, just like you see in all these other memberships. Like you've got your Amazon Prime membership. It's a membership model, and like I said, it is the only company that's doing that. And the way they offer the at-cost gold and silver is they're purchasing it from the mint at X amount. They're selling it to you for that same X amount price that they're getting it from the mint, because they're not making a penny on it. They're making, income from the membership sales and a lot of other things. So that's the bringing in the offering of the at-cost gold and silver is what brings people in. And then there's the membership on the other side for them. So it's a complete business model over there. So it really just makes sense. And to me, it's a brilliant concept. As far as even Robert Kiyosaki took a look at this, if anyone's familiar with him, and was just amazed at what they're doing and how they came up with this program. So believe me, it's going to go a long way. They're actually planning to go global around the world with it. Right now it is pretty much just available in the United States, but they are just growing and expanding in every way, and it's an awesome group of founders. You can see that on a call they have every night. The founders are on there talking to you, and they're very down-to-earth, reachable, and all that good stuff. So I'm going to put this into Q&A, Michael, and let's just see if we have anybody that has a question. I might have to unmute you, though, to get you open. So hold on one sec.
Okay.